Okay. Hopefully it should all work now. There we go. Okay. Tuck is fixed. There we go. Okay. Everything is now fixed. Time to continue. Alright, we're just going to be doing some MSQ. I got everything else set up. We have retainers now. I won't be using them for a minute. But I do have them. Very nice. Oh, I have them. What do you unlock? Oh, I think you unlocked the challenge log. No. What level is it? 20. Okay. Good evening to you, Nori. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Oh, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Etherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Need help tracking down the honorable button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button. Reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though can't claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sengold over at the Lancers Guild. And the woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. Actually, this is a really cute outfit. What is this? The Alfani robe. Oh, that's the full robe. How does it die, though? Oh, that's cute. Okay. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do it that. Oh, that's actually really cute. How do I get that robe? That's a cute one. I could probably Google it. I will also add it to her list of things that I will have her get. Hmm. Okay, Lancer's Guild. Okay, so it's an artifact armor. And Dad believes that I can help you. Well, that's a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear. But whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? You seen this? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well to do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me of late. There has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Urzendale, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Alright, and I'm gonna wait until I finish A Realm Reborn before I work on leveling my crafters, namely because I want to be able to fly when gathering. That'll make things so much easier. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me to my thoughts. Have you seen this before? The sigil of the Dartankers family. Oh, how was it you came to be in possession of this button? Embodied of a murdered woman. Her face. Was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I was once a manservant and the employee of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartincurs. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Oh, my lady escaped with her life. That may well have been a kind of fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed. She beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us who knew whence they came. These masked men, but my lady believed they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. The rituals seemed innocent enough, though, in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed this dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavoured to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Oh, now, go and do what must be done. Definitely. I like Hawk Manor, it's fun. It's oh, actually, I don't remember. Central? Huh. Okay. This one's a fun one to get to. Oh, this is North Central, isn't it? Okay. Let's go to the Aetheryte Plaza. Because we want access to the upper levels. The upper level gates. So we need to go talk to this chick. Yep. You've served Gradonia well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant passage beyond our White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to, the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come. I'm sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Wait, what? What are you doing over here, my dear? Okay. Yep, I have a gate pass. Here it is. I don't believe this is the way I meant to go. Okay, and while we wait, I will actually head over to Ulda. Because once we actually do the dungeon, it's going to teleport us back here. Yes, I'm not afraid, Halibel. And in the meantime, I shall switch over to Summoner. And I did get her some dyes for this outfit. So it's a mix of Holenberry red and charcoal gray. Oh, I do need to unlock the gold saucer. Okay. Oh, how you taking it all down, Nori? How do I know you now? Information is my stock in trade, Venture. You'd be amazed by what I know. As long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder. And the man will even give you some gold for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? I shall go ahead and accept your quest. Oh, you're only guild? I need guild. Do be careful with those. Break anything and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg your pardon? What is my loyal manservant carrying? Oh, hi, cowboy. It's been a while since I've last seen you. Yes, I've heard of the gold saucer. I'm doing pretty well, I suppose. Just been playing some 14. You know, the greatest game there is, in my opinion. Yeah. Of course, I know all about the gold saucer. Okay, I've been there thousands of times. Literally, I think one week I spent a literal week there. Did not leave for a whole week of me playing the game anyway. Namely because it was for an event, and the clothes were kind of cute. Yep. We'll do that later. I've at least started the quest to unlock it. Gotcha, Kuta. You want some skins? Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin voice of yours? While you're in that, the pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are crew, where I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelt of a few snapping shrews? What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures room in Central Thanalan. Nope, I don't plan on joining the monkhood anytime soon. Yeah, I've got business with you. Just I'll deliver it to you. That's it for one. Let's have a look. Bird is barren, let the hounds feast. Oh, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run, and I have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. Unfortunate. But I don't like working for free. I don't know what you're talking about, my dude. I either need experience, or a guild, or an item. Preferably all 3. Hey, you. I saw you looking at me. Got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do. You know, did a lot of short broke, never pays what he owes. Yeah. That line horse up. Tell him to pay up, or I swear by the 12, I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like the second coming of Dalamud. You see that little guy's face? I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp. Like as not. So you go and tell him. Okay. I'll go tell him you're gonna beat him up. Oh, we're not moving anything. What minion do I have out? I don't have a minion out. I need to get a minion out. 11? Let's go with... We'll go with the unicorn. As we could get this go. Alright, I'll pay you back. Swear it. No more impedance. Oh, you haven't got the gift. Okay. I'll take the ring, even though it doesn't look like much. Yeah, I doubt it. Nope. I'm Erasmus of the Order of Naldor, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of the region's fauna and the environments in which they dwell. But the dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can come only through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanalan. But there's much work to be done before that day. Aid me, sister. Bring me 5 bottles of Marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thanalan by way of the Gate of Sultana. Do take care. They can be feisty little creatures when threatened. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Arzanath Ossuary? This. You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Diddlear? Very well. It is most unfortunate when such drastic measures must be taken, and doubly so when the item in question is a fake. Such a gaudy and poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, the fee is subtracted from the agreed value. And as considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, since it's a rather unusual circumstance, we shall waive the fee this once. None need concern yourself with this bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. And the ossuary demands such exorbitant contributions every single moon. It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for rouge and sunsoaked dresses and feed my marmot? Ugh, if only I had had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely he would be rewarded. Maybe even promoted. If things don't improve, it won't be long before I join the beggars in Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate, I beg of you. Speak with my husband, Bobonima, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Colosseum entrance, wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. I'm Bobonima. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. Thus, if you believe that harpy I had for a wife, she never cooks, she never cleans, she just gallivants around spending my hard-earned money. And now I see she's speaking ill of me to bloody strangers. If you're bent on meddling on my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these friends to fair flyers and posting them on the walls inside the Colosseum. I got a long day ahead of me standing out here, so I won't be getting to it anytime soon. When you've finished, go and tell Wolkan at the Gladiators Guild. He should give you something for your trouble. Oh wait, I gotta do this first. Yep, I startled you. What have you done? Your kind has no business to even look at a lady such as I. Okay. I need to go to Lancer or Dragoon. Yeah, definitely cutie. Okay. Wait, are we? We're all ladies. Okay. I don't want to be in front, actually. Oh, they're not going through each of the rooms. Okay. Oh, yeah. Not. Oh, okay. I'm not used to bosses being able to be stunned. Yay, something for me. I don't have to run. I have... I should probably move this down below. I might have to go back in through this as a solo person. Okay. I don't remember to test bosses. These early bosses can actually be, what do you call it? Stunned. Or at least some of the, I think only some of them can be, but a good portion of them can be stunned. Oh, I thought I was out of it. We did it. Oh, guess you're getting it. Actually, because I really want to get stuff, we're gonna run. Yes. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, they're following me down. Yep. We're just gonna have to leave. I'll have to go back in as a or later. Darkness has taken root within these holes, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Neither of them are the Brea. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of life, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take a leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Wait. Ooh. Actually, wait, hold up. I want to see something. Explorer mode. Join. This is a way to unlock everything without having to do any of the fighting. Oh, so all the doors are just open. And this is strictly for an achievement. Now we can leave. Okay. Back to Don. I don't remember where the exit is. Over up here? Where? Eldred. To go speak with Urzendale. Oh. Been more quiet before I forgot. Oh. Answer's good. Decent hank, yeah. Just so I can refresh it. Because unfortunately, it's just, I have to tell it each time. Actually, I could probably tell it to do it automatically. You returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. She became a succubus of Wigton. So, she went so far as to consort with devils. Wondered I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them the tenfold the woe they have brought upon the others. Nor am I to speak of punishment. By my silence, I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Oh. Now it is time for a brave return to the waking sands. We shall teleport to the... do these little quests here, and then we'll go return to the Waking Sands. Luminar. Hey. Go ahead and go over here and accept this quest. We won't be able to turn it in just yet. You there? Yes, darling, you. I say you're the last with the brass. Well, they call me that too, but for a different reason. Name's Pomoman, and I earned my keep as a dancing girl in these markets. I had to live in a good one, but it's not exactly what I set out to be when I bid farewell to the mudflats. For mudflats, I know, I know. Isn't that the way the tale curls? Still, I should like to be one of those dancers, Dexter. You know, the sort they engage for the grand balls. To be a dancer of craft, not mere wiles, and keep company in high society. Of course, I'd have to learn a proper sort of dancing, the shimmy more stately. And that's where you come in, darling, because I got a quarry for you to track down. They say a dancing master named Guayano is in town. All the high-born ladies are aflutter and wanting to take lessons with him. He's the best, that's the word. This is my chance to be something finer than many of the minks. Go to the steps of Thal and ask around about him, won't you? Indeed, I can. But first, I must finish my quest over here. And I gotta go do the exposed wall ones. My gill now. And there better not be, or be not missing. Make sure it's all missing. This appears to be everything. What are you still staring at? You're expecting some kind of reward? The insolence. Still got 102 gil. You're welcome. You haven't Bobanima? Well, ain't that charitable, are ya? Brand's gotten pretty popular lately, and his fans keep stealing these fryers and taking them home as souvenirs. Oh, so you've yet met the wife. Now I understand. Glad to hear you got caught up in all that. And if you ask me, they're made for one another. Not that it's my place to judge mine. Anyway, we appreciate your help. Hey, yeah. But in here looking for work? Ah, you're in luck. Just so happens I have a deed what needs doing. Ladybugs have been wreaking havoc on the outskirts of town. Something in the air of late's made them ornery and has an oryx and rot. Ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers, they're more than a match for any merchant who's seen more days at the teeth than he has on the battlefield. Well, what'll it be? Fancy putting down for or so the buggers, don't you? Yeah, I suppose I can. Oh, you're right here. Have you come to wish me well? I appreciate the thought, but there's no need to worry. You don't know who I am? Next biggest thing that's coming to the Colosseum. Sasariku's my name, and you'll be hearing all about my exploits in the coming days. I even thought a title of myself, the Garnet Gladiator. Huh, which reminds me, maybe I have to collect the circlet I commissioned from the Goldsmiths Guild. You wouldn't mind picking it up from me, would you? Sure. I can do that. Sazuriku's circlet? Just a moment, Max. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zazuriku's exact specifications has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work. We're still waiting on the next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to the Crooked Haft at the Miners Guild? My records indicate he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap it slipped his mind. Yeah, I can go do that. We could be keeping her. Observadilla Moon and I promised to meet at this very spot. 2 bells have passed and I've nary a word for her. As I hope she's alright. As much as I wish to go off and find her, I simply cannot. What if she were to come in my absence? Please, would you search for her in my stead? It's possible she's somewhere near the Weaver's Guild. She always enjoyed watching the... Do you think she's left me for someone more dapper? I try not to look like a bumpkin, but I've no mind for fashion. There are a couple of people that are pining after her. Don't mind to drain a pint, so hurry up and speak your business. She wants how many bloody guns? Last, they don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad what fancies him the next France the Fair. Much worry less about style and more about swordplay. Anyway, I'll do my part to ensure the little guy gets protected all the garnets he can afford. And if he dies in his first fight, well, at least he'll have a pretty corpse. Yeah, at least he'll have a pretty corpse. Of course I know where Mr. Guillenot is. Don't you see the roses on my cheeks? And the ever so slight droop in my supple carriage? I've just come from practice. So you can stop wondering who the belle of the ball is to be next moon. With what Mr. Guillenot taught me, I've no doubt that I'll dazzle the masses. Where do you find him? Well, I oughtn't say, but why not? You should find him on Hastings Strip. He said he was headed to the airship landing. Something in cream? Whatever shall I do? It's just stress. I just can't seem to finish it. Oh, the design is flawless. Absolutely flawless. Of that, I have no doubt. I simply cannot settle on a color for the life of me. How would you like to conduct a bit of field research for me? I'm dying to know what the color the ladies of Uldar are wearing these days, especially on the Hastings Strip. And when you're finished, please call on Luku at the Alchemist Guild. The woman is a wizard with dyes. Have her cook up whatever color you find is most popular. If I'm not mistaken, it's red. I can't be good. Just look at me. This hair, this outfit. They don't match at all. I look atrocious. What was I thinking? Why can't that bit of snow see me like this? Maybe that last tunic was best, after all. Or, no? Perhaps the blue. But a snow is waiting for me, but I haven't anything to wear. If it is work you seek, the Weavers Guild welcomes you. Indeed, your timing is impeccable. A soiree is to be held with all of Ulda's elite in attendance. Once the invites went out, the orders came in, and with that a fury. Every lord and lady from Cape Deadwind to the Cinderfoot is demanding the latest fineries. I need hands, and I need them now, yet I cannot spare the time to go off in search of them. Would you care to aid us, friend? I ask you no more than you welcome to our doors any willing souls you might find. Come, let us see how you fare. Show me your warmest welcome. Excellent. I dare say I would work for you myself. Now hurry up. We need those people. Work at the Weaver's Guild? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested. To whom might I go to inquire further? The Weavers are recruiting? Finally, my chance to become a famous designer. I want to join the Weavers Guild? Remember, take a look at me, friend. I'm a guard and on duty, no less. Move along now. So the Weavers need help, do they? Sorry, friend. I'm also up for coin. Do you want to join the Weavers Guild? I appreciate the offer, but I must refuse. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stitching and whatnot. You returned. Well, how did you fare? Two potential recruits, you say? Welcome. I only hope their zeal, fashion will show up in their efforts for the guild. What we do here may seem all silk and satin, but to be sure, but the work within these walls is far from easy. And that I suppose our trade is not unlike any other. What's popular color white? Well, all colors have their merits, of course, but if pressed, I'd have to say red. This guy says nothing. Any color is perfectly fine for a dress, you silly thing, so long as it comes off easily at the end of the night. I think he chooses white, right? Or green, right? What color is in fashion? Well, I must say I'm just back from Gridania, and I find there's a certain verb to verdant livery. Green, you bloody idiot. You also choose... Oh, you choose black. Best color for a dress? Well, you know what they say. Once you go black, you never go back. He chooses yellow. What fairer color than that in the name of the fairest maiden? Yellow moon. Oh, yellow moon, how my heart pines for you. Yep, he was the white one. Okay. There's never a shortage of white dresses on our old on ladies. Really, it is the most comfortable to wear color to wear to this murderous sun. This guy chooses a motley of red and green, right? Oh, purple and black. Yeah, red and green. With stripes of purple and dark brown. Okay. And the next guy is the one that chooses red. Red and ever and always, this is all done, my dear girl, where the sun beats on your back with fiery fists, and the sins and sands are hot and unforgiving. And everywhere at once, we hold on to live for our passions, and our lust for life is surpassed only by our lust for us. You are here on behalf of the Weavers Guild, are you not? Yes, Ethelwine said you'd be along. What color is it to be then? Sounds as though we have 2 votes for red, 1 vote for each for green, yellow, white, and black, 1 abstaining, and 1 vote for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. By no means a resounding victory, but I suppose red it shall be. I have some catalyst I've been saving for just such an occasion. Mark my words, I'm gonna go up to the most vibrant red those eyes ever seen. Alchemy may look arcane and esoteric to the uninitiated, but it is grounded in not science and experimentation. Indeed, I dare say it does more to advance culture and civilization than any other discipline. Yes. At last my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will revolutionize alchemy as we know it. Just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventure. While I produce more, I bid you take this batch to Pearl Lane. A man there named Lunderbird. He is trusted by the other Rift. Persuade this Lunderbird to take my tonic and give it to his people. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it is truly effective, it will be a tremendous boon to the advancement of the alchemic arts. And mankind divulge. Are you one of Master Kino's camp followers? So cute. You know some Caruthers, don't you? Travels the world teaching the art of dance. They say he was the youngest dancing master to ever leap the dance. That he had a large estate, a fine stable, and a coat of crown sable. Why anyone would leave all that is beyond me. When I think about that, it gives me shudders, you know. If he weren't leaving Uldar today, I'd consider permitting him the pleasure of my person. I don't look so shocked. Mayhap when he returns. So, it's lovely what he teaches, but straight as the gate. My good lady, he is very choosy about whom he teaches. You must dance for him and show some innate quality. Why, he wouldn't even accept Master Jitaruchu's diamond-crusted crumpet. And she was quite the danceress already. That's him for the set. Yep, here you go. We're not fools, lass. We know full well what anyone is up to. But we'll accept his medicine nonetheless. Look at us, beggars can't be choosers. Maybe it's a mere experiment to him, but to us, It's a matter of life and death. If we've got to choose between this will and nothing at all, is it really a choice? You come here by choice. If you are still bearing medicine, your kindness shouldn't go unrewarded. This place is important to us, but I want you to have it. It's just some old pottery, I know, but it might be valued by collectors of cultural artifacts. There are many willing to pay good coin for such objects. If you go to Sapphire Avenue Exchange, chances are you'll find one of them. Welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? Permit me to examine the base of yours. I hope you did not spend too much coin on this trash. A lot of like items brought in by refugees is destroyed where demand once existed. The markets are fickle, my friend. If you lose sight of current trends, you stand to lose everything. As I once did. Margaret Woods once bore my name until fate and hubris reduced me to this. For your sake, I pray you do not have to learn this lesson the same way I did. You're level 30 something, right? Yeah, 38. No. My girl does not need Fantasia. Okay, let's go kill some Marmot blood and snapping shrews. Slay some marmots, ladybugs, and snapping shrews. Only because I want to get rid of this one. Alright. Now the snapping shrews, which are over here. Ladybugs are in Esther. Okay. It's for I can't believe I'm going to get to the 14. That's what I need for help me Lord of the Dance. think already, are you? Let's see what you've brought. You guys. Exceptional. These are fine troop belts indeed. Well done, my friend. The Pugilist Guild is among my largest clients. I fear what would have come to pass had this order been delayed any longer. Take this, you more than earned it. Now to kill some ladybugs. 3, 4. 1, 2. And then afterwards, let's go ahead and hit up the Gladiators Guild. Then we'll head back and do Thaumaturge's Guild. And then just to teleport to the Waking Sands. Back in one piece, are you? About time. Hey Matt, you look as though you just picked up a sword yesterday. Well, you handle yourself well enough, I'll give you that. And here, I'll give you this as well. Ain't worth a night in Old Dale's finest pillow house, but I'm sure you'll find a use for it. So close to leveling up. Alas, it shall not be the one that levels me up. The blood, have you brought it? Hmm? Yes, this shall serve nicely. By virtue of your toil, I am one step closer to publishing the many breasts of Thunderland. Thank you. Take this as recompense. Go now. May the trader smile upon you. Oh, next is to not use that. Use this. Welcome back, Roy. Oh, glad am I to see you safely return. Tell me, how fared you on your search into the 12 Sword? It was alright. 2 of Lahabrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? Devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. That I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions have too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of the elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed. I'll summon the others. Yeah, let's go. Voiced? I believe it's voiced.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Oh, we're fighting Titan.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Oh.
What sort of peril?
Not Titan?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
Do I have a choice?
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all Knotterfield will aid the fight from afar.
Yay.
Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alphino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
And are we going straight to Limsa? We are. Okay. Well, we'll have to do this then. Wait, things have changed. Things have changed. Who are you? No matter one's past transgressions, all who have seen the dream are welcome. Even men such as we. We have heard of offers of such as these before. All were not more than bait for the hangman's noose. Looks like the antecedents found herself a good crop of aspiring heroes. Huh. I reckon you'll be alright as long as these fine folk are around to protect her. I am told you are one of our finest, Nori. I suspect we will see much more of each other in the future. As the primals fall, so do our spirits soar. Though mine aid be but modest, I, nonetheless, am heartened in my duties. If there's anything we can do to help, no matter how small, just ask. Broken carriage, axle, cracked barrel, even a leaky bucket. Say the word, we'll fix it. I don't want to believe that Master Garland is dead, but the chief wasn't the type to cut and run off. He would have gone to Carton, no. He would have been there when Delamine fell, which means guarding Noraxia is a prestigious duty indeed. Anvald is right to be excited. But he never crossed swords with the Garlean before. I worry what will happen if he is forced to confront his father's countrymen. Hey, have you heard? I've been chosen to serve as Noraxia's bodyguard. There have been increasing reports of Imperial activity in Thanalan, and so the antecedent insists that our guests be escorted, never venturing outside. I know how hard you, of all people, work to endure us to the Sylphs. I swear to you that I will guard our honored guests with my life, and not allow your efforts to come to naught. Congratulate the boy Nori, chosen by the antecedent as the Sylph's bodyguard. What an honor. Of course, this means his dusty rags will no longer suffice. I say we get the boy a shiny new suit of silver armor. And the Sultan's worn wear. We split the cost evenly and surprise him? Not bad, eh? You'll not believe it, but I've been summoned by Lady Manfilia. Now, do you suppose that she has an assignment for me? What I would not give to have something to fight for again. And yet, I must not be overeager. The Peking Stand sure is busy these days. Fresh-faced venturers, eager to make their mark. Famous folk like you running off to face the bleeding Lord of the Crags. Maybe it's time for me and the boys to retire. Dangerous calling, after all. Be a little slow, be a little late just once, and that's that. It is on our way to Gridania to request aid of the Order of Twin Adder. In the meantime, we must learn all we can of the Primal Titan. Literature may yield us the odd morsel of useful information, but there is no surer way than to seek the former members of the Company of Heroes. Naraxia. This one has finally figured out a way to make walking ones be quiet. What does anyone think? This one is very convincing, yes? That's... Babes, you're missing pants. Hmm. Okay. Maron, right? I trust your investigation is faring well. Oh, I guess you haven't heard. That's unfortunate. Oh. Yo. Absolutely, please, and thank you. No. Not turn it in just yet. There's a decent amount of XP. Oh. Oh, Maelstrom. Okay. You know, I really want to go to the beach now. It's nice to go to the beach at night. Well, sometimes it's not as nice, only because it's harder to see if there's jellyfish in the sand. It's been a long time since I've last been. Good to see you, Private Man. Oh yeah, I need to level up. Science and word you were on your way? Business time. It is as we told the antecedent. Kobolds have been once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south and increase in numbers from Olgamoral. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the target of our object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their foul primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom, Private Man. Right proud am I to call you one of our own. If the lack of forewarning, High Commander, and the Admiral wished to address Nori personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So, it is that we turn now to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you're right, yet the situation is far from simple. Kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lamentsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Stola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we've observed disruptions in the flow of the ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Private. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. The kobold should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict before we meet Titan in the field. However, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The Company of Heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Great Fleet in Nels in Lower Lenosha. Why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Wait, I'm going this way, right? Yeah. Ay. Okay. Hmm. Lay down your burden, son. Come and drink a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find your lass or three. You gonna say something, Adventure, or just keep staring? I'm curious about the company here. You want to know about the company of heroes? Price of we pay. Can't another mill in peace no more. Well, seeing as you come all this way, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself like an ass. Old Chuckton was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? You want to hear the tale of the company, how the company here is best at a primal, do you? And let me guess, you mean that guy Titus? If only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. And the boys fought him for 3 days and nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, well, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh. Just like that. Hey, what's it like for? I'm a hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because I'm not feeling cheered. If you're so desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of you? Do that and we'll talk. So the beasties are dead? Are they? Nice work, adventure. Maybe the hassle. Never mind. We still asking about how we beat Titus. Oh no, Roger. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I wouldn't teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face the fat man, I can't in good conscience tell you a darn thing. Really, you need to be capable of saying yeah, Google. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here. So you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut down on one down, quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Anyway, why don't you try heading due west and stand in the lookout, in case a Goobu comes calling. So the internet might consider telling you more about old Titus. Well, this is a long survey. Yeah, again. Isn't that Gubu that was harassing the Millers is done? I don't think he had it any adventure. Still, he took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm not sure if I should tell you your secrets. Forever and a day, I walked in and walked back in. Or I walked out and walked right back in. It didn't take forever and a day. So, as I was saying, I don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew, rocked him. Yeah, and you're drinking again. If you are, that Gubu had better be dead. Oh, that's the chief. You have my word on that. Leave the beast skull in too with my trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I asked her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, Ryan? Tell me true. Was it Traktum who slew that Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Traktum, the finest X-Men ever to serve in the company of heroes, legendary mercenaries who slew that guy Titus. Who's Titus? Who in the seven heck is Titus? Some rebel you fought in a drinks out and dream? Company of heroes through Titan. You bloody half-wit. Well, see, Titus is what me and the lads used to call her. That's the biggest load of sagging crap I ever heard. Well, yeah, outside, ruling the truth the Lemenson way. Hitting rocks. Not to me. If you didn't slay that Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked. Alright, let's do this thing. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their portal will be judged the Gubu Slayer. Don't even think about trying to kill me, that's cheating. Pick these boulders, there's nothing I'll lie. Ah, the heck with it. Yep. Well, that was easy. I'll admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I learned my lesson, honest I have. Maybe you're blubbering, Traktum. I should have known. Honestly, please, I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just, I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. The last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe me, so look, his name was Wisecat, alright? He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the heck that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on, then tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. How close am I to... Ah, right here. Okay. Fine. You wish to slay the Lord of Crags. We must stay in camp. People of Limsa Lamensa are dependent upon us. Fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered? Yes, well, but it will not be enough. Sure that the company of heroes fought without primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And that was the worst we faced. And we defended him on the end, but he took from us one of our some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Say what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You're passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I'll not send you into Old Gomorrah on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I will security for Master Jijuruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Gods, have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine your words can sway me, girl? If it does like my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Old Gomorrah. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Give the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. I do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember the fate of Limsa Mensa hangs in the balance. Yeah, I hear ya. Master Jaruju's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I'd like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. Alex has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. Beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the next and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. I shall do that. But in the meantime, I will be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break. Alright, I am back. And that means it is time for us to continue. Right. Where are we? Oh, right, we're going to kill a Nyx. Time to kill this guy. Did you deal with the Nyx? Yep, here's his leg. Unless you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as benefits your talents. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Jejiruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. While money is no object, not everything Master Jejiruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so narrate. Your mission is to seek out and obtain rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil it alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live. They will guide you on your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Venture, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it, or don't. I have work to do. Hey, Landonel is behind me. You require assistance, adventurer. Oh, so this is the one who took Talonstein. I've been expecting you, Nora. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Well, I hope you get it. use me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Let me be clear. Business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, it was all jolly good fun. Asgardanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Dito here being a rare exception. I had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails, and hang you from the nearest heaven's sphere. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good Edmontois egg in the nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Well, I expect you to live long enough to claim it. Mother never stays far from the trial, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Nori. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. How very kind of you to say, Landonel. I can tell you have high expectations for me. Hello. Oh, no, don't do that. Now give me the egg. Much appreciated. Now to go prove Landonel wrong. That we can't survive. We have the plot armor. Thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the end? Actually, such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to Southern Tunnel Line. And Forgotten Springs, you'll find a man named Uodnun. He'll be your next guide. Safe travels. And I haven't unlocked it, so we gotta go to Little Alamego. To mount up and to brave the lands ahead. Hey. And unfortunately, here, I actually will end up getting attacked. And then I shall attune to the Isarite. It's your business adventure. So this is the one wise cat sends me. Even if the fuckiest what he sees in you. And until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Critical hit, please. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. I've seen your share of battle. There's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that elemental essay. However, that was not more than its display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought was also believed that his strength would save him. I was wrong, and now I am none. Or he was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, and the cunning and the pragmatic. That is why I claim my position, and it is why I still hold it. It is why I will not help an unproven well. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this one spear. Why, you ask? You'll have to solve that riddle for yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Alright, let's go kill this guy. Out here, I shouldn't get attacked. Must have been for my fate. No, a dungeon. No, not neither. A quest. And there is a person underneath the ground who is botting. Alright. Now he should hopefully tell us what we need. I should talk to this lady. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yes. It's a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. Spear? Oh, it belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Actually, I shall take this. Shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly priced as a delicacy. The other way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagoli. A fresh slaughtered angler crocus would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Yay! Not that kind of angler I'm needing, it would seem. That's not the button I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. Right. Alright. Now to go talk to the Noon. Look, well, have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our past. I applaud your success, Nori. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wisecat. Why not? You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not if it's sufficient. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Wisecat's counsel. Ah, but hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver him to inform me. The captain was always fond of this brand wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. His cat was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please, give him my regards, Nori. I shall. As soon as I return to Del Sol. I like this place. I think this is among my favorite places to go to in the base game. Yeah, I'd say this is my favorites. Magnori, Landonell, and Ordnu both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? You need the wine? Not my favorite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect the last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there has been some trouble at Longstop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident herself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls Dock and speak to Ozun Nazun, and he will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Blankflax and her people have made their home. Okay. We like Brayflox. Each of the guppies are nice. At least the main ones. East side people, not so nice. But the main ones are nice. Quite nice. Mercenary adventure. Something happened over at the Gubby settlement. Don't know why you're sorry to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Where do we catch it up? You coming along? Yeah. I head up here and attune to this. And then I shall go to Brayflox. Hey. I think we're, how many quests are we? I think we're only like a couple of quests, like maybe 10 or 15 away from Titan. Oh. Brayflox. Tongue flaps of Weisscat be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplanders come for tasty, fresh gubby trees, yes? And out. What's the prize of Uplander deep in Longstop? A mighty beast chased Gubbyflock from home. Gubbyflock needs goodly Uplander to give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. One last one. Actually, we are exactly 10 quests away from... Okay. Oh. So I have it on Explorer mode. Oh. Okay. Join. And then we shall hit up. I'll go back to New Gridania to do the starter quest there. So we can level up our Arcanist. I think I gotta start over here. Arcanist. Luminar. Choose the first one. That's not what I want. Oh, come on. Yep. I'm newly come to Gridonia, totally. Yay. Bernadette's on you? Yep. Oh. Okay. What are you doing? There we go. you be stopped? You can. Oh wait, there was a treasure coffer back here. Oh, I can't just jump off? Speed. Alright, it'll be easier on my thing. Hey, what is... I'm confused as to what he is doing. Do not... No. Okay. Control 3. Dang it! While technically not a wipe, it is constitution of a wipe. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not a wipe since we didn't all die together. Okay, what do we get? Battle Mage. Oh, you're gonna go. Okay. Okay, this healer is definitely gonna be getting my comms. What are we doing? Am I going down here? Okay. Not many people come down here. I think I need to move a little closer to the tank. Okay. Oh. Next time he does that, I'm gonna see if he can be stunned. I haven't been checking. I enjoyed that fight. I got three. Wait. Oh, I feel bad for that healer. Dude, the healer deserved those calms. That's. Okay, we'll come back at a later date. Back to line part. I wonder if it's because they were all in a party together. Either that, or it's because I was new, or quote unquote new. Miss Pro? Maybe it's no, because the tank was also a sprout. Also, I don't know why the tank decided to travel here. No sense to me. But the Uplander has thinks of Gobbyflock. Whitey Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty thing. Reflux happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. He's a stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Reflux every say. We're still on the same one, so it's not going to be so crazy expensive. See, 70 gil. That's nothing. Wise cat. I gotta use some Brayflax, little problem. that only strange. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Oh, I don't want to eat any now. Oh, Nori, thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. Not what good is an exotic feast without an equally exotic apparatus. Luckily, you know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wine Porridge and seek out Shamati Lamoni, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip, and he'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you, I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamati Lamoni my regards. Wine Porridge. I was looking everywhere but where I needed to look. Blood, grime, and blood. Eureka blood. An adventure, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wine Porridge? Let me guess. Request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Jejeruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Thirstwise and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. The display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary. Of course, say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Whitescat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is sufficient quantity for the equation. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Beard Length, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. I somehow doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte inventor bid you speak of me? Now that you know your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you gubu or urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. I take it he said no? Really, in those words? Oh. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion for the skill, the wine baron of Limsa Lamenta is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to make an alternative approach. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. As the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years, the only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic and most complex and most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see. I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. At that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But all is, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bjerglank to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. But perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Oh. Back behind this thing. There we go. Don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. But I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primer blowing up my house. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that either. Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. Never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend. Be here a few years too late. This would have got a book, but we had to try. But my Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Oh, I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Olgamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Yeah, we can take strength. I say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic indeed. There is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I cannot bear to disappoint him. I have no fear, but that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet. Oh, I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across a Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me find my new calling. Though I'm still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Or sometimes works at the Ringcatcher Gully Dock, so perhaps Riskilt can tell you where to find her. Go to the docks to give a man a drink. Yes. Oh, you mean the hermit? Aye, that does him a few good when we need an extra pair of hands. Doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as heck don't ask. A man's got a face with scars like that, you'd best leave well enough alone. I say, if you mind to face him though, then head southwest to the Severed String. Oh, I thought it was on the bridge. Okay. There was a box on the way. What do you want? I'm here to give you some wine. Wine? And that's for this. Who sent you? I cancel it. I said, they won't let me sleep. Images, the bussing, it keeps me awake. Never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Oh. That's not the one I wanted. What the heck? Need one more Swarm. Doug Swarm. Right there. So Latimer, did you do that? Oh, thank you. You helped me. Even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... No one else survived. I didn't ask for this, Stern. I'm not even Guardian. They conquered my lands, just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shimani for the wine. That was overly kind. He'd be willing to bear a gift back to him. Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shimani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day to do the same. Alright, now back to Winepore. To deliver unto Shimani these palm wines. And some time, Nori. What news do you have of trust? Here, I've got these for you. Yes, I recall you did have some knowledge of wine making. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Jess and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Last time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Nori. But, Nori, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Justice's palm wine. He sealed each coconut with a leaf, which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If you could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see if he remembers. Back and forth, we shall go. Hello, Ben. What is it? Where did you get this leaf? Oh, it's just a leaf, isn't it? I chose it because it was pretty. No, it was rare. Found them near the Juggernaut to the south. But I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh goo tracks, though. Maybe one of the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such piece. Now, if you go looking for it, please be careful. Some cuckoos are more territorial than others. Then you may have to defend yourself. That is almost certain. Well, let's just teleport back to Wineport. I just have to say, Nori, tell me everything. Oh, right. Smell this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... Oh, as my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better to position to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Beerglain. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across the Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly... A 1547 Bacchus? That's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse, Master Jejiru will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Nori. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Waistcoat. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that... Oh, it's 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Nori. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Cursed Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. You have the look of a woman who's been to the 7th hell and back. That, I guess, should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism, and I've been asked to endure such ignominy. I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Ishtola, Lady Man. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. And unlike me, Nori has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her? Aye, aye. Fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath. Any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured not by their reputation but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. Not if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice, to send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of foe, against whom they have no hope of victory, is worse than fusion. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the depths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you ordained to test Nori with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. The skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. So many adventures these days care only for fortune and glory. Nori, however, is a kind and generous soul, and I'm certain that she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Wily Uplander is a talentful plainsmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We, 5 of the Company of Heroes, hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crag's Nori man, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine, eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Nori Man, Titan's Bane. Nori Man, Titan's Bane! Congratulations, sweetie. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Seeing everyone again like this brings back such fond memories. I wonder if any of them would be interested in reforming the company. Tasty fish treats are plentiful in the belly of Bayfox. It feels wonderful to be with the others again. I wish this day would never end. Before I do that, what's those? I should talk with the Noon. It's been too long since I last set foot out of side of Forgotten Springs. I spent time with old friends and old wine. Today is a good day indeed. Conduct yourself with dignity whilst visiting Costa del Sol. If you behave inappropriately towards other guests, I may be forced to carry out punitive action. What? Okay. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Lominsa, or hear anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. The Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Don't worry, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landa sends his regards. I most certainly will. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are a veteran of countless battles, Nori. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are kind to indulge them, Nori. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Go for the Bronze Lake on Upper Lenosha. There you will meet with Rio, the man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your mount. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. I have unlocked Upper Lenosha. Okay. Okay, we'll start here. up we shall go. Yeah. Alright, so after we fight Titan, I will probably call it. Last, might you be the one Captain said would come call? I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explaining myself twice. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across the specimen Aetheryte, you see? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? Mm-mm. He speaks of an unamplified Aetheryte, which has been claimed by a beast drop. As you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Snorri. Ah, well, if ain't the Shirley lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogomaro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. Kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Who's that to even try? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ogomoro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it's the reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Ogomoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, that's where you're wrong, love. We had the Charlie envelope to help us. They delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. Don't really know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't none for any Charlie and Skylar worth their salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be. Ah, yes, but in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to. It is possible in theory, at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Finally, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, I think you are, with your water, froth and foam. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. So, this is the Aetherite that the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan Sanctuary. It is as Papalymo speculated. In its present state, the aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. Seems you will have to proceed without me, Nori. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom's forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Time to fight Titan! Yeah. Naval. Now. They seem to be popping pretty quickly, so it's good just chill. Oh, I thought you would also be in Minder. Unless you apparently not. You, however, should be. Oh, only 90? Um... That's a 5-minute wait time. Not a less than 5 minutes. Watch, if I were to get to Gridania, they will spawn. Which I think the Gridanians are the next ones I gotta go to anyway, after this. Or Garuda. Okay. It's not like it's gonna cost us anything to return to Gridania. Narrowly, the forest fungers that inhabit the central shroud. Okay. Yep. We can fight them, don't worry. I will not approach them one at a time. I shall take them all at once. Oh wait, no. I can't now them in this class. Okay. Alright. You would have me go to speak with Parnell. Yep. You did. I did talk to you last. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, you guys definitely deserve to be less cool to people. Yep. Hmm. Yep. Yep. You want us to sell you squirrels, right? Yeah. 6. Okay. And then I do have some stuff that I need to sell. Here. I just need to sell this and this. Another one? No, no other points. I guess the 10 is only 25. Okay, and then I've got quests here in the Carline Canopy to do, and then I'll do others. Yeah, no, that's... Okay. This one's gonna be a dance class, which I don't think I can finish until 14. That one unlocks Palace of the Dead, which is a level 30? 17. 17. Yeah, it's 14. Okay. The ones that I can't do yet on this caricature, I shall hide. For the present being. And there we have it. Oh. Yep, yes, we do. She's defiled Titan Sanctuary. Trespass, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Oh. Oh. Yep. He's adorable. Really? Hmm. curtain has fallen. I get another crystal. I need all the crystals. The crimes of the Overdraw shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. It was your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Trusted mine, Ritan. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea. But, given but a little while longer, is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you may say well be true, or what you say may well be true. But while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you have come, your work is far from done. And naught remained to mark his passing. Well, the Essenes are nothing if not elusive. It is a little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late. I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run. We will rendezvous at Camp Bronzelake. Agreed? Mm-hmm. So bright. Hi. How much XP is this gonna give me? Only 14,000. Okay. Well, this is gonna be me calling it a night here. Once we turn in this quest. So, yeah. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss the next step. Alright. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing Nori tomorrow, or if I'm gonna play something else. But I do plan on seeing you guys again tomorrow. So, bye bye.